Hey guys, in this tutorial I'll be taking you on a step-by-step process on how to achieve this beautiful luxurious looking bubu dress with a V neckline at the front and at the back. It also have a bow. So if you're interested in this tutorials, please stay till the end and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to make sure I break this tutorial down in a way that you will understand from A to Z. Now let's dive in. The making of this bubu dress, I will be mixing these two African prints together. Now I have this particular one here. It's 3 yards here, but I used about half yard for the bow and the strap. Then for this particular one, it's 100% cotton fabric and I have it in 3.5 yard. If you are using a fabric that is not 100% cotton, use 4 yards. Now we have to fold our fabric into 2 first, with the length or the whole 4 yards rather. If you're using 4 yards, you use the whole 4 yards, fold it into 2. Then I'm going to fold it into 2 again. Just the way you are seeing it on my table. So right now it is folded into 2 like this. So we are going to be cutting the back and the front piece together. Now this part that is folded here will be for the neckline. From this folded point, I will go out by my shoulder measurement divided by 2 and I'm going to mark it there. Now from that point, I will go out by my sleeve length plus 1.5 inches, which is going to be for my sewing allowance, okay? So guys, from this center point again, this folded area, I'll go out by my neck width, which is 3.2. For my neck depth, I made use of 9.5. That is how deep my client wants a neckline to be. So you just go down by how low you want yours to be. Now for the back neck depth, it's usually deeper than the front neck depth. I used 11 inches. You can go down deeper than 11 inches, okay? Now the next thing is to connect the neck width to the neck depth for both the front and the back, but I'll be doing the front first. I'll connect the neck depth to the neck width and I'm using my ruler to form the V neckline. Now I'm going to start creating the neck styling for the back. It's also a V neckline. Once you're done, this is what your neckline should look like. Now I'll go to the open area of my fabric and I'll go down by 1 inch for our shoulder slant. Now I'm going to connect that 1 inch to the neck width with my ruler. Please guys, if you're watching my video for the first time, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click on the notification bell. So after connecting the shoulder slant, this is what it looked like. Now after the 1 inch I came down by for the shoulder slant, I will take my round sleeve measurement divided by 2 plus 1.5 and I will mark it there. 1.5 please, not 1 inch, and I'll mark it there. Now I'm going to rule out that line. So guys, now that line will be serving as the bust line, okay? So on that point, I will take my round hip measurement divided by 4 plus 5 inches. Initially I added 4 inches. Yes, I added 4 inches, but I wanted it to be much more free, so I made it 5 inches later, okay? So yes, this is the point at which I changed it from 4 inches to 5 inches. But first of all, I ruled out that line to meet the point that I marked, so I just went ahead to add 1 inch extra, making it 5. Please note, you are using your hip measurement divided by 4 plus 5, not your bust measurement. So now I just decided to measure what I had on that line and I'm taking that exact measurement all the way down to the end of my fabric. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I hope you understand everything that I've been saying, and now I'm going to connect those points together to form a straight line from beginning to the end of this fabric. Note, the line I am connecting is the same as my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 5. I marked it from that line there all the way down. So now at that sharp point there, I am going to come out by 1 inch because we have to create the curve for our armhole area. From that line, I will go down by 2 inches and connect that 2 inches to that 1 inch I came out by. And then I'm going to connect it into that line just the way you are seeing in this video to form a curve, because we don't want that area to be looking pointy. Now for the length, I started from the upper part of my fabric, and now the length I'm working with is 61. That's the full length of my client. So now I'm going to be taking that 61 inch with my tape, but my tape stopped at 60. So I'm going to mark that 60 inches. Then I will measure what I have left from the bottom. So I'll just form a straight line with that. After marking out that measurement, I am going to use my ruler to connect it. If your tape is longer than 60, now this is what you are going to do. You are going to do your full length measurement plus 1.5 inches extra, sorry. So now after marking out 60, I went ahead to mark the extra allowance to complete my measurement plus 1.5 inches for allowance. Okay, now I've connected it and I'm going to use my scissors to cut it out. Guys, after measuring rather, the next thing you have to do is to cut out the measurement. You can see where I started cutting from. After cutting the length, I decided to start cutting the sides, following the lines that we have already marked out. Now while you're cutting, when you get to the sleeve area, you follow the shape that you've marked and then you cut it out. After cutting out the side, I will start cutting out the front neckline. You can see the way I'm cutting out the front neckline. I cut it out first. After that, I will cut out the shoulder following the line that we have marked, and then I will now start cutting out the back neckline. Note, cut out the front neckline first. Now to cut out the back neckline, I will open my fabric up like this, take out one piece. Now that one I took out to be serving as the front, and now I am going to fold this one back. This one will be serving as the back. Remember that the back neckline is much more deeper than the front. So now after folding it, I will start cutting out my back neckline, and once I'm done, this is what I have. So guys, after that, you remember this fabric that I cut out from the side here? I'm going to be using it for my facing. I don't want to waste the fabric. So now I just stitch one side closed by 1/2 inch, and if I open it up, that is what it looks like. Now I'm going to turn it like this, and then I'll fold it into two because I'm going to be using that as a facing. Now I'm going to take one of my bubu that I've already cut out. I think I took out the front, yes. Now I'm going to place it on my folded fabric, which is the facing. I'm going to use my pins to hold it down just so it stays in place while I am cutting out the facing. Now I'm going to pick up my scissors and I will start cutting out this facing following the shape of the neckline. You can see I cut out that upper part first, and then now I'm cutting out the neckline area. And after cutting it out, this is what the neckline looks like. I'm going to take out my pins that I used in holding the two of them down. Now from the neck depth there, I will go down by 5 inches and I'll cut it out straight. After that, I will start creating a curve. I did not make any particular measurement for this curve. Once I'm done creating the curve, this is what my facing looks like. You can see the shape, right? Yeah, it looks nice. So now I am folding on that piece of fabric for the back neckline, which is going to be serving as the back facing. I hope you understand. So I'm just going to follow the same step which I used in cutting out the front to cut out this one. If you've understood everything I've been saying, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit on the like button so that others can see this video and gain more knowledge from it as well. So guys, after cutting out the facings, that's the front and back facing, this is what it looks like. So now I'm going to fold around the facing like this. I'm just going to fold it once, and then I'll take it to my sewing machine to sew on it. I hope you understand, because we'll be using hemming gum, or you can use your hemming stitch to later do this. Just fold it once, okay? Fold it once, not twice. Now we're going to start stitching the facing to the bubu. You take either the front or the back, anyone you want to start with, and make sure that if you are taking the back bubu, you have to take the back facing for the neck. Now right side of the facing has to be on top the right side of your bubu fabric. Now I'm going to use my pin to hold it down on several places. Now I also used my facing for the front. I placed it on the bubu, and now I'm going to sew around the neckline. You have to follow the shape of the neckline when sewing it. Now once I was done with that, this is how the neckline look. You can see how neat mine is looking, and this is actually the wrong side. So now after stitching it around, you have to give it some little notch all over just so it lays flat. I hope you understand what I mean by notch. Like you use your scissors to cut it small. Now you see that facing there, you have to allow it face you. I don't know if you understand. Then you take it to your machine and then you sew very close to the neckline. I hope you are seeing my stitch. The reason why I'm doing this is because when you turn the facing to the wrong side, you want the neck area to be neat and nice so that the facing will not be coming out. And as you can see, my neckline is looking good. Now I'm going to be working on the bow. So this is the fabric I'm using for the bow, and it's folded into two. I've already ironed my paper stay on it. That's a light stay. For the width of this fabric on fold, it is 11 inches. For the length, it is 16 inches. Okay, now I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and I will sew ½ inch on this side. I'll sew with ½ inch. Okay, now after sewing that part of the bow with ½ inch, now I am going to turn it like this. Can you see the way I'm doing it? I want that stitch to be in between so that it will not be showing on both sides. Now I'm going to take it to my sewing machine. I will sew the upper part there. Now I'm going to sew this area and then I will leave one side open and continue. Now I stitched here, continued from here, stop, move to this point, and I continue sewing. Now from that area that I left, that I jumped, I'm going to turn my bow. After turning it, this is what my bow looks like. I will go and iron it properly. You can see that this area is open. I'll take it to my sewing machine and close it up. Then I'll iron it. Now after giving the fabric a very good press, this is what it looks like. Now I have already stitched the strap for the bow, and for the width of the strap, it is 2 inches wide. For the length on fold, it's very long. That's how my client wants it. It is 44 inches on fold. I hope you understand. And I've already sewn it and I've turned it out. Now I am going to fold the strap into two, and I'll use my chalk to just mark out the center point. I'll also fold the fabric for the bow, and then I'll use my chalk again to mark out the center point like so. When I open it up, you see the chalked mark there. So now I want to just chalk it out properly so you see it clearly. Now I'm going to gather my bow like this. Gather it very well so that the center can look slim. Okay, and then I will place it on the center point of my strap. I'll use the strap to cover it like this. You can see that our bow is already looking nice, and then I'm going to stitch that point. But before I do that, I'm going to gather that bow properly. Using my needle and thread, I will gather it properly. I'm going to pass my needle from that center part that I marked. I'll just make like gather stitch there. I'll pass it from this side to the end. After passing my needle and thread to the end, I'm going to draw the needle and thread out. After drawing it, I will now start using the thread to wrap around that area just so it does not lose easily. After that, I'm going to knot it properly in a very neat way. Make sure that everything you are doing is neat. After doing that, I'm going to place it on my belt or the strap, and then I'm going to hold that part the way I told you earlier with my sewing machine. Once I'm done with that, can you see how cute my bow looks? Yes, it's looking very fine. Now this is the back piece of my bubu. I am going to place the bow at the back. Remember that the bow is at the back in the video or picture. Now I am going to use my needle and thread to stitch it to the bubu fabric. I'm so sorry for the background noise. I'm going to stitch it to the bubu fabric carefully and neatly. Okay, after doing that, I'm going to stitch the 4 sides of this bow. Now I made sure to use a pin to hold the bow down. As you can see, I'm taking out my pins, and I've already stitched the 4 sides with my needle and thread carefully. As you can see, I have placed the front piece on the back piece like this, and then I am going to align the shoulders properly. I'll take one facing from either the back or the front. I'll turn it to the other side and I'll stitch it by 1/2 inch. Once I'm done stitching the shoulders, this is what it looks like. You can see how neat it looks. After that, I took it to my overlock machine and I overlocked it neatly. Now for the facing, you can either put hemming gum underneath it and iron it properly, or you use your needle and thread to create hemming stitch around it. Whichever one you want, you just do it. For the sleeve area, I've gone ahead to fold it by 1/2 inch and I've sewn it all the way around. Okay, now I'm going to place it properly just the way you are seeing on my table, and I'm going to take it to my sewing machine to sew the sides with 0.5 inch. That's what I use to sew the side from the sleeve area all the way down to the hem of this dress. And I did that for the two sides. After sewing the sides, I overlocked it. That's, I used my weaving machine to weave it. I ironed it properly. Now for the lower part of this dress, we are going to fold it into two. Fold it with 1/2 inch 2 times and then you stitch it all the way around. Now I'm going to show you the final result of this dress. Yeah guys, can you see how beautiful my own recreation look? Yes, even the inspo is very fine. You can see how the back view look. I told you that I'm going to be taking you on a step-by-step process, and I hope you understood everything I have been saying from the beginning of this video to the end. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, and don't forget to leave a comment. Even though you don't have any question, just leave a comment for me, and if you have a question, I'll be there to reply you. And thank you so much for watching. Thanks for watching till this point. I really appreciate. Bye. Mwah.